just letting it count down, but I'll be coming up. I just want to let y'all know that I'm here. Bear with me, folks. Can you guys hear me pretty well? Just asking if you guys can hear me. I'm just kind of letting people know that I'm live. I usually don't go, well, I used to go this late all the time, but give a little bit of time before I actually get into this a little bit. Let some of my folks know that I'm live. Give me a second here. Gotta let some peeps know that I'm live. Appreciate that, Mama Carol, for letting me know that I'm that you can hear me. So, all right, folks, I'm getting ready to get into this. I'm not gonna hold anything up late. But I just need to let some people know that I was going live because some of them end up missing it. You know what I mean? Hope you guys are all doing well tonight. Hope you guys are all doing good mentally. All that good stuff. So let me get ready to go ahead and get into this a little bit. Don't forget, if you have been following my channel for a while, double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that the notification is turned on and all that good stuff. That way you will be notified whenever I go live, in theory. We all know how that goes, though. So, anywho, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to jump into this conversation a little bit. Is the music too loud? It should be lower by now. All right. So check this out. Let me go ahead and tune this out. So what had happened was, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are doing good. I know I already said that. I'm just kind of allowing some time to go by to allow people to kind of jump in here if they're going to come on. A lot of people didn't know I was going to go live because I didn't tell anyone that I was going live. So you guys all see the topic here. You guys all see the thumbnail, right? And lately, especially maybe the past 2 weeks, I have been invited to go on numerous of panels. I've been on so many different panels. And I have to tell you guys, my world has been completely somewhat rocked a little bit by what I'm talking about in this video. My world has been completely rocked. Like it's scary, not in a bad way, but scary and sad for the individuals who this is happening to. I cannot tell you guys how many channels I've gone on and had people, whoo, y'all. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I might as well just jump in and just make a splash. I've said it from the beginning to some of you guys that are in here right now that has been following me for a while. You guys all heard me say certain things. Double Brewski, shout out to you, sir, for the super chat right there. Says, great to see you back online live at the time I can watch. We once did a live stream that lasted 9 hours. Great panel. Congrats on the main channel being saved. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Double. But check this out, folks. When I said I've been rocked to my core, going on to some of these panels, you know how I know I use that little Will Smith thing all the time when I say, you know how I told you so? He's like, somehow I told you so. Just don't quite say it. Some of you that have been with me for over 5 years, how many times have you guys heard me get on here and talk about in the future, if women keep going at the rate that they're going at right now, and if people keep on being pushed to be of a certain lifestyle, especially among men, I said that you're going to have it to where people are not even going to know how to function in the genesis of a relationship. Folks, my mind is completely blown that I was on a panel and these young men, woo, these young men, for the life of me, some young men from the ages of, let's just say the ages of 25 to 18 years old. I was on this panel with these young guys for maybe 5 hours. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. They had the utmost difficulty of approaching a woman, talking to a woman, socializing with anybody out. It just completely blew my mind. Okay, that's one thing right there. The other thing that blew my mind that was going on with this was the women also on a different panel that I got invited to. Now, Eric, you said, okay, get on with it. Well, I'm doing you a favor by talking slow. I mean, you can easily just get out of here and then just come back and watch it later on if you want to. Anyway, so like I was saying, folks, then they started coming up with this term about the modern woman. And you guys all heard me talk about it on this channel as well. Women who are saying things like, I don't need a man. I'm independent. I make my own money. I take care of my own self. I don't need a man. I said that what's not being understood is that sounds all good on paper. That sounds really good on paper. It looks good superficially when you see a possible well-dressed, successful looking woman who might drive a Mercedes-Benz, a BMW, whatever. She always looking nice, hair just in the right places. She's by herself. So two things you got going on. You got the persona of her looking like she has it all together. You have all that. You actually have her doing exactly what she said. I'm strong. I'm independent. I don't need a man. I don't need this. I don't need that. But what they're not telling you guys is the long-term ramifications that this is having on women. It felt heartbreaking when I'm on this panel. It was 20 women. They are literally on here crying out. They are in desperation of trying to find, and I didn't know this. I didn't know this was a word. They're trying to find what they call a high value man. And I'm new to this. I'm thinking like, what in the world do y'all mean by a high value man? So all of a sudden I got put, now I don't want to say on the chopping block. I got put up on the stage. These different women, I'm not going to say who the woman was, the main lady that invited me. She's a really cool lady. I've known her for some time. Okay, let's put you up front, Ty. That's what they did. So Ty, tell me what you do. Tell me this. Tell me that. Tell me that. When I got done, these women were like, oh my God, where are men that like you? Oh my God, see, they were saying all of that, right? And you guys all know me. People thought, oh, okay, your head is being swelled up by this stuff. I can care less because I don't care what no woman thinks of me. All I care about is what my wife thinks of me. Plain and simple. That's legit. I do not care. Trust me when I tell you, being a star athlete and dealing with that stuff, then trust me, you think it's something for me to deal with women complimenting me or saying things about me? I don't care what women think about me. I don't care if they think I'm good looking. I don't care if they think I don't care about that. Leave those thoughts to themselves. I don't care about that. I don't care. That doesn't matter to me. I care about what my wife thinks of me. That's legit. So anyway, what I'm saying therefore is this. They having a hard time now. These independent, I was independent, I'm strong. 80%, let's just say if there were 100 women that were in this thing attending, 80% of those women wanted to be in a relationship, but they were yearning for someone to be with. They wanted to be there in a relationship. They wanted to be hugged up with somebody. They want to be with somebody. These are career women. He said they mean a sugar daddy. Well, almost to an extent, Deborah Brewski, but these particular women, double, these women already had the careers. But what I found interesting is that they were saying to me, Ty, what would you say to me? Because apparently you have a good woman. I do. They were saying, what would you say to women like us? what can we do if we want to get a man? Not you, Ty. We all know where you're at. They was like, but what could we do to get a man like you? I said, well, I've been married for 21 years. So how old do y'all think that makes me? I told them I am the age of you women right now. Some of them ladies were older than me. Some of them were 5 years, 7 years. Some of them were my wife age. They was 47, 46 years old, right? They were my wife age. I said to those women, I said, this is going to be really, really, really hard for you guys. See, you saying, what can we do to get a guy like me? I said, my wife wouldn't have to ask that question, would she? It's not because my wife is married to me. It's because of when my wife got married to me. They all just kind of, What are you saying, Ty? I said, I told you guys that I've been married 21 years. You guys all sat there and thought that I was like in my early 30s. I said, I'm 40 years old. Go 21 years back. That makes me 19. That made my wife 24 years old. I said, so you saying to me, you want a guy like me, you want a man like me. But what I'm telling you is you want a guy like me right now. My wife got this guy 21 years ago. If I would have met any of those, I told them if I'd have met any of these people up here, that what they call the modern woman today, I said, I would no way have no attraction towards you. None. Right? Give me a second here. Mama Don. I said, I would have no attraction towards you whatsoever. What makes this interesting is that these women, they're my age right now. Like I said, some are older. And now they want to pursue a relationship. And they said it's hard now because there aren't no good men out there. I said, no, that's not it. That's not it. Honestly, when it all comes down to it, it's too late in a sense. Now, I'm not saying it's too late that like nobody in that age bracket gonna be able to find a man or anything like that. But what I'm saying, you waited all this time, and I said it was a set of failure. You went through the schooling, you got it hired on with the company, you went through all the things you needed to get the job. You got the money, you got the Mercedes Benz, you got the BMW, you got the nice clothes, you smell good, your hair whipped up, you get your nails done, you go to spas and all that stuff like that. But you know good and well, I don't care what nobody says. That's why I'm not preaching at anybody. But I don't know, y'all. Whenever y'all hear me mention the Bible, I want you to be in the mind frame that I'm not trying to preach at y'all. I'm not trying to teach y'all about Christ or anything like that. I want you to listen to when I say things of the Bible. Listen to it as it's a legit instructional book that has some really good principles and teachings in it. Don't look at it from as a standpoint like, oh, Ty's a ministry, he's trying to preach at us. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying, there is a lot of principles and truths that are in the Bible that I'm seeing this stuff play out right now. What are you talking about, Ty? There's certain things in the Bible saying things like a man, he that finds a wife finds a good thing. He that finds a wife. And it says things like, therefore shall a man leave his mother and his father and cleave to his wife. It says things like, do well with the wife of thy youth. The wife of thy youth. They were marrying at a young age. But in today's world, they want to take that and reverse things around. If the Bible says marry the wife, be married with the wife of your youth, they want you to get married old. If the Bible talks about do not commit adultery, right now they're saying that you should be able to have multiple partners. I'm telling you, I'm just telling y'all. But when he created us, and y'all, some of y'all are not gonna understand this. Adam had this whole thing to himself. Adam even had God with him. Even God looked at Adam and said, you know what? It's not good for man to be alone. But y'all, so y'all can do all these women. Y'all already know it because I tore y'all up the other day. I tore y'all up the other day, and y'all had to admit it. You can do all that. Jesus is my all. I don't need nothing else but my Jesus. Jesus is my husband. Jesus is the head of my life. Jesus is mine. I don't need no mine. God, Jesus feels everything. But then even God himself said it is good for you not to be alone. He said that himself, the very being that created you, said it's not good for man to be alone. These women have gotten to a point to where it's so bad for them. I'm learning some new terminology, y'all. I'm learning what a simp is. What's the other word they were using? I learned what capping is. I'm learning so many of these young terms. Let me read this super chat real quick. Sometimes people hold out for that perfect someone and miss out on good opportunities, not realizing that that no one is perfect. Absolutely. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true, Double. So if he said it's good for you not to be alone, if he says you see things in there about the wife of thy youth, you see things in there like he that findeth the wife findeth the good thing. These women, what they call the modern woman, have been tricked to believe in a lie. And I told them in the end, you will be set up to fail. You're waiting till you're in your 40s. You want a man now, right? And I told them, I said, let's be hypothetical. You know, if you take, I'm not, it's not me. Let's just say you take 10 good men. I'm not going to say 10 good men like me. You know, y'all don't live with me, so you really don't know me. But if you take 10 good men to those 10 good women, I said, first, y'all going to have to take time to know each other, right? Maybe a year or 2 years, depending on, I don't know how fast y'all trying to move. I don't know if this man is ready yet. Women, y'all have a lot of things that's going to be against you if you wait until you in your 40s to try to actually now be in a relationship. Number one, a lot of men don't want no woman that's in her 40s. I'm just being honest with you. Men don't have the problem. See, here's the thing, ladies. You ladies can have all the money in the world. And the only men that's most likely going to want you are going to be younger men that only want you because of that bag you got. But these women are telling me we want high value man like you. We want high value. We want a high value man. But you're not going to get that because a high value man who might be my age, most of us are already settled. We got ours already. We got our woman. And if they're not settled, these men are like, why would I want to get with you when you strong and you independent and you can do things on your own? You don't need a man when I can sit there and be with these young 25-year-old women. I could be with these young 23, 24, 21. Shoot, these men are messing with girls that are 19. Hey, they're legal. I said, so again, you guys did all this. I'm being independent. I don't need no man. I'm holding it down myself. I'm doing all that. Oh, but Ty, now I'm ready to settle down. Now I want somebody. I want somebody. But the men that I want, all they want is these young girls. Yes. Unfortunately, the world we live in right now, if you are a man, you got your money together, you got your life together. You don't even, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm talking about. These men, you got it together, you got the house, you not even, you might be divorced, you might not even be with a woman, you might just be a single man. These men are not trying to go that route. Here's the deal. When men who do have the path of what these women got, those men are looked at as gold. They are looked at as gold. These men don't have to sit there and say things like, you know what? I'm 40 years old. I'm at the pinnacle of my career. I got the money. Now I just need, men are not complaining about that. Y'all know that, right? Men are not complaining about that. They have no problem with that. They have no problem getting women. They have no issues with it whatsoever. Double Brewski, thank you for the super chat again, sir. God bless you. Says a man can scratch his back with a wooden stick or a piece of metal, but it will never feel as good as it does with the pretty woman with long nails. I'll say something else you can do with them nails. I'm doing no, let me stop now for real. But here's the thing. When men get to that certain stature, having that money, having a life together, those men have no problem getting women. They have no problem. Even if the men want to settle down, they have no, these men can be 45, 50 years old and they can sit there and snatch a girl in her 20s and marry her. But the women, no. See, because the women, you want high value men. You want that 40-year-old guy that already has it together. But this 40-year-old man, he done already probably went through life. He probably got divorced. He probably just sitting there saying, look, why would I settle down for you when I'm gonna have to deal with you and your stank attitude about you being independent? I gotta deal with your attitude about you can hold it down on your own. I gotta deal with this attitude of you saying, I got my own money, I don't need your money. I gotta deal with all that versus I can just go and get one of these young girls that I can actually, let's be real, one of these young girls that I can actually train, one of these young girls that I can actually make into a wife that would be a mother to my child. I want a woman that I want to be able to take care of. And that's what a lot of people are missing out on. These men that I've been talking to, these men won't even look at, they don't care. These men are telling me flat out, I'm just like blown out my mind. These men are flat out telling me, I don't need these women. I can get any woman I want to. I don't even have to try because of my stature. I'm a decent looking. Some of these men, if y'all watching tonight, bros, I'm not hating on y'all. I'm just saying. On average, the men that I talked to, some were decent looking, some were not. Some had nice, beards. Some of them were just super fat, whatever like that, but they had their lives together. And even every last one of those men were saying they had no problem getting a woman. Matter of fact, those men are saying, I'm just having fun with this stuff right now, Ty, man. When I get ready to settle down, then I will get me a woman and marry. And those men can easily do that. A woman cannot say, oh, I'm just having fun right now with all these men. And when I get a little older, when I get ready to settle down, then I'm going to find a man and then I'm going to have children. And no, because the world has trained y'all and brainwashed y'all into going to get in that career, be independent, And when you do finally want to settle down and get a man, now you actually run a high pregnancy risk. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm in the medical field. I see this stuff all day long. And now, some people will say, well, Ty, you did say, and which I did. I said on the panel, I said, no, if you got your life together, you're not under a lot of stress, it's easy going for you as a woman, whatever like that. If you decide to have children, you can be in your 40s and have children without having no complication. But the reason why it is so high for women to have complications during pregnancy, because most of those women in their 40s like that are those women who are high career driven women. They are women that they got this money, they got these jobs that's causing a whole lot of stress on them, and it affects them physiologically to the extent to where they start having cysts on their ovaries, fibroids. They start having all these crazy things going on them because your body was not meant to handle those type of stresses. I don't care what any of them say. It was not meant to handle those type of stresses. So that's why when these women decide that they want to finally settle down and get with a man, they run a high risk pregnancy because you still got all that stuff that you're dealing with from your job. And now you also, even though we know it might be a good thing, but having a relationship is a type of stress. All that stuff comes into play. So in the end, it's a lot of you women that are being destroyed by this ideology that are pushing you guys to go and be careers. The women who have sat there, had their children, they were housewives, their children are grown up and everything right now. Those women are the most happy, easygoing women out there right now. I'm talking about the ones that are married, in case people try to get all out of proportion. The women who got married and had children, they stayed home with their children, doing the natural thing that comes to them as a mother. They found way more satisfaction and fulfillment in doing that than these women who claim, I got my money, I got my car, I got this. Way more fulfillment. Now, some people, you can argue. It doesn't mean that they're such a happy. No, but what I'm telling you, I don't care what this ideology is pushing on you, ladies. I'm telling you right now. I've known and seen women, and I'm not saying this is all women, so I don't want to generalize, but when you push out that little bitty baby and they lay that baby on you, I don't care who you are going to be changed. That's the way that the man upstairs designed it to be. That's why they push you women not to get a man, because that way you won't run the risk of getting pregnant. That way, then they want to offer you a different option. You can have an abortion. They know good and well, women, I'm telling you, ladies, they know good and well that if you end up having a baby, and when you push that precious thing out and they lay that baby on you, ladies, it is a wrap. I don't care who you are. Unless you have the Satan's spirit of hatred of human beings in your life, when they take that baby out and put that baby on your chest, ladies, it is a wrap. You have nothing to do. Boy, when that oxytocin gets released within you and you get that connection with that beautiful baby on you, it is a wrap. That's the point they don't want you to get to. That's why they want you to have full-term abortions. That's why they want you to try to eliminate the baby before you get out, because they know that a switch is going to go off that's going to happen to you on a physiological level that you will not be able to do that. And if you do try to have a long-term abortion, whatever like that, they have a huge curtain up right there over your legs. They don't even want you to see the baby. Don't let the baby cry. Don't let you hear, because instinctively you are going to want to protect that baby as a mother. Because if not, if you say, well, no, Todd, that's not true, then what they would do, get that baby and give it to you until you throw it on the ground and bash his head. That's what they don't want. The whole idea behind all this stuff that they're doing, folks, when you want to sum it up, the whole gist of the picture is hatred for creation. Plain and simple. You can say all you want to. I know there's so many different variables that it comes into. There's so many different subtopics and different things like that of the sort. When it all comes down to it, the whole idea is to keep you from reproducing. All right, Double Brewski again. Appreciate the $5 right there. Said, what? No man has ever lied about quality or quantity of woman they have. What in the world? So here's the thing. It's doing nothing more than to set you ladies up for failure. It's setting you ladies up for failure, man. Why would you rob yourself of such an experience? Think of, okay, ladies, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm talking because this is about the modern woman. But what I'm saying right now, these men that I've been on these panels with, they are done with these modern women. And then the modern women would get upset because these men are marrying these young girls, and they marry like these 20 and 23, 24, 25 years old. I had these panels that I was on, I was like kind of like scratching my head like, bruh, like, whoa. These men like, oh yeah, Ty, man, I'm just like 5 years younger than you, man. And a woman I married, she's 23. I'm like, dang. He's like, no, but the thing is, she came from this different era. She came from a household that they didn't believe in, and this bull that they pushing on the women today. These men are sitting there saying, I want to be able to actually be I want to be in a relationship where I want to take care of my girl. Yeah, she can work, but when I want to have a family, I want my wife to stay home with my kids. See, they telling you women, no, what you mean? Well, I got to stay home with the kids. I want to go and work too. I want to get my bag too. I want to get my money too. We can just put the kid in the daycare. But then you got these men who has a natural instinct to want to protect. They want you home with y'all's baby. What better care to be in than the baby's own mom? I don't care what anybody say. You can disagree all you want to. You can do that. No child themselves want to be with any other person than their moms and their dad. And more than anything, it's gonna be mama. I don't care who you are. I toot my own horn as being a good father. My sons, no matter what, will still want to be with mama. Plain and simple. I can go out and go to the gym late at night or anything like that. My sons are not going to be worried about me. They won't even text me. Hey, Dad, what's going on? Dad, you still working out? My wife gone. She's gone 45 minutes or an hour. They texting her. Mama, did you go to the store? Mama, did you pick something up? Mama, where you at now? Oh, Mama, did you stop somewhere? I don't even get a text. See what I'm saying? And I'm like, dude, I'm a good dad. I don't get none of that. But they will for their mama. What am I saying that for? Everybody that is living right now, you all can sit here and tell me memories of your fathers. You can tell me memories of your mom. You will tell me only thing that we ever talk about when we get together, when you join with different folks, when you go to work, when you go to different events, when you actually are talking around other folks, your main topic that y'all talk about is what? You talk about your family. We went hunting. We went skiing. We went fishing. We caught this. We did that. My son did something funny. Mama Don, you caught your son dancing in the living room to a dang on exercise video that had everybody cracking up. Ladies, all I'm saying is this. You are a woman right now. Think about all the things that you went through in your life. Think about all the things, all the good times you had with your family. You had it with your family. And yet at the same time, you let this ideology and this rhetoric get instilled in your brain to actually keep you from doing that. Do you know how great it is to be a father? Do you know how great it is to be a mother? People say, man, it's tough. Look, it all depends on what type of person you were. Raising my sons was not tough. I'm just being real. Raising my sons were not tough because I did not play around. It was not tough. For one person to have to do that on their own, though, like a mother, whoo, Lord Jesus. The only reason why I'm saying that because I tease my wife sometimes. I tell my wife, babe, whenever I would go to work and you would be up, whenever I would go to work and my wife was at home with the kids, when I would come home, my wife would be at the door like, give me the keys. I got to go. I walk in the house. What did y'all do? We. No, the fact that your mom had to get in that car and drive off, I'm about to whoop both of y'all. Like, daddy, please wait. No, I'm tearing butts up. Now, flip that around. My wife, when she go on her women's retreat, they go on for 3 or 4 days. How many problems you guys think I have out of my kids? Take a wild guess. I want y'all to take a wild guess. When my sons were growing up, when my wife went on any type of retreat, or she went and stayed like with her sister, and they went to their little women's cabin, or they went on a cruise or anything like that. Tell me how many problems do y'all think I had out of my sons? Take a wild guess. I'll wait. I'll seriously wait for some of y'all to answer. William Lynn, absolutely 100% right. 100% right. I had absolutely no problem. What am I saying that for? Why can't we just be honest with the nature that you were born with? Why can't you just be honest with that? Ladies, you guys know, and this is not all women, but generally, ladies, you guys all know that y'all are way more nurturing, y'all way more forgiving, y'all way more tolerable than men. Y'all are you compromise more. Y'all are more agreeable. You let your kids get away with so much stuff until they take you there. Men, see, that's the thing, ladies. In order for you guys to even do anything to your child or respond to your child had to take you there. You're like, oh my God, what do y'all say? You're getting on my nerves. You're getting on my nerves. Then y'all end up saying, you didn't getting on my, now y'all telling the kid, you're getting on my last nerve. You're getting on my last nerve. And then y'all turn around and say, okay, you didn't got on my last nerve. Us men, like, dude, I ain't got time to be talking, doing all that. Come here. What? That's it. I told you. Didn't I tell you the first time? Yeah. Why'd you do it again? I don't care. Go over there and sit down. My sons. I'm not. I'm one no parent where you gonna take me there. You know what I'm saying? That's where it gets missed out. I'm not. No. I'm these men. We don't. We don't do that. But what I'm saying that for is that it's nothing wrong, ladies. That's y'all. You guys do that. No. But I tell you, did I stop it? Stop it right now. Look at me. Mr. Jonathan B. the third. I said no. Stop it. Okay. Are you going to make me call your father? I will call your father. Do you want me to call your father? I will call your father. Boop, beep, boop. Your child's still like, you better not, you better not pick up. Do not pick up that hat. Do not pick up that. Okay, I'm down on your father. The kid's still like, you better not put that hat on. You better not. Matthew Jonathan III, I said, don't put that hat on your, if you put that hat on your head, kids steady doing that. Okay. You're getting on my nerves, little Johnny. You are getting on my nerves. Okay, little Johnny, you're stop. I'm gonna call your phone. Look, mommy, I'm a mechanic. You have gotten on my last nerve, and then you want to go and get him. Men, not all of us, I'm not generalizing men either. Us, don't touch that hat. If you touch that hat, I'm beating your butt. Now go ahead and touch it. You know what I'm saying? That's how we are. Then we dare them to do it. That's how we are. Son, listen, look, son, look at me, look at me. What are you not gonna touch? The hat. What's gonna happen if you touch that hat? I'm gonna get a whooping. You darn right. Now go on over there and touch it in. Go touch it. No. Now, you mess around and go over there and touch the hat. Come here. Wait, no, I forgot. I don't care. I forgot, Daddy. Come here. Come here. But Daddy, wait, please. Wait, no. Come. Okay. Go over there and I follow through. It's nothing wrong with us having our roles like that. Let's be honest, man. You know that kids will get away with things with their mothers more than they would their dad. Why? Because naturally, instinctively, they recognize who is the more authoritative figure. And don't get me wrong, I know there are some men out there, and I'm not hating on men. There are some really nice men out there. I'm not going to go to the lines of calling you beta, but there's some really nice men out there who's like, I don't do nothing. I just let my wife handle it. I let my wife discipline them. No, I volunteered. I couldn't. I seized the moment to wait for them to mess up. Well, God dang, Ty, man, you like, woo, man, Ty, just dude, bro, like, you kind of crazy, bro. I'm like, no, it's just that I knew exactly what I want. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. What am I talking about? I made it to a point to where I made sure that the kids were not going to end up formulating any type of behaviors that I did not want them to actually grow into that would become a part of their character one day. It's that easy. So now, what I'm saying all that for, ladies and gentlemen, is this. As you talk, when me and my wife, my sons, when we're at the dinner table and we're eating, look, what the heck is that? People like, when we're at the dinner table and we eating, we always talk about stuff that they did in the past, things that my sons did in the past, things they did to get them in trouble, all those different things like that. You know what I mean? We have talks like that. You would not be able to have those conversations if you did not have children. Your children would not be able to actually have those conversations with you if you didn't have them. So again, when it all comes down to it, and a lot of people that's been on this channel for a long time, you guys all know that I talk about this a lot. You are not going to find no greater satisfaction and fulfillment than in having a family and having those memories. I don't care who you are. You are not going to do it. The ultimate thing for humans to be able to do is, number one, is to be sociable with each other in each other's presence. Not even like how we are right now. I get it. We're all in this chat right now. But it would be a completely different experience if you guys that are in here, if you guys were all in my house right now. It would be a completely different experience. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. That humor interaction. That we cracking up and laughing and we touching each other. We touch each other and think, we pat each other. When we see each other, we just got to give you. Why do we do that? Why instinctively do when we see each other? Like if I meet some of y'all out and about, some of y'all in here right now, I met y'all out and about. What did I do? I shook y'all hands and I just met somebody for the first time who watched my channel a long time out at a taco store, right? Shook the hand. I met somebody out that I've never seen before, like, hey, you're Modern Renaissance, man. Oh my God, I just love your channel. Oh my God. I gave that older woman a hug. I'm like, hey. She's like, oh my God, I've been watching you for 3 years. I can't believe I read up. Like, I just stayed with my hand around her like this, acting like she's my friend. I just kept on thanking her for her support. The point is, why was their reaction like that? Why was her reaction like that when she saw me? She felt like she could relate to me. All she see me through was this too. But then we met in person. We hugged like we just knew each other, right? And we carried on a long conversation. There's nothing better than to actually have that interpersonal relationship with someone where you can touch them, where you can hug them, where you're in each other's presence. You're looking them in the eyes. You get to see their facial expressions. You get to sit there. I mean, this is things that we've done all the time. You talk all the way into the wee hours of the morning, plain and simple. You are not going to find no better fulfillment in actually creating those type of situations to where they will draw off of you to where you can have those memories. So if you, being a modern woman, go all the way to the age of 40, How many years did you miss out on seeing your child smile? What did you miss out on seeing your child first tooth come in? These are big, these are, oh my God, they're so precious moments. Seeing your child walk for the first time, your child riding a bike for the first time, your child doing something in school that made you just see, you won't be able to have those. You're missing out on life. Seeing your child progress, seeing your child like get through school, seeing your child make like something art, seeing them win or award, seeing them win a prize, seeing them being a part of like a school singing assembly thing, whatever like that, the winter solstice singing choir, seeing your children do things like that, you will never be able to know what that's like unless you have them. Now, some people say, no, I don't care what Ty say. I've been happy. I've been happy. I've been happy. I mean, I've been happy without any kids. Okay. If you're so happy, why do a lot of women, I'm not generalizing all of you, but I'm just saying, why does the modern woman always try to get with some friends and they want to go out so they can, we dancing, we dancing, we dancing, we dancing. You ready to go home? I don't want to go home yet. They like, girl, we got to go home to our kids and my husband. All right, but can't y'all just stay a little later? No. Okay, well, have your little drink. You know what I'm saying? Have your little drink with your straw in it. Who else can party with me? Why do you want to go out so much? To have a good time. No, you go out because subconsciously you have no idea. You don't want to be alone. Why do you call your girl so y'all can go out? Y'all keep on repeating the same process because you're trying to fulfill something within you, and it's that loneliness because you know when you go home, it's just you and your mind. You want another warm body there. You want somebody that you can enjoy watching a movie with. You know you want that. So whenever I was doing that, there were literally women on there like in tears. In tears. I'm gonna ask her if I can actually take the video that she did it on and actually show it to you guys. These women literally started crying. You know what they said to me? Nobody ever said it to us in that way. Nobody ever presented it like that in that way. What am I going to do? Because I do want kids. And, by the time I have kids, I might be too, I'm only be able to have one. And see what I'm saying? I thought that being in this life, I thought that, but I wanted to do it. And then some of them start telling me that's not even the life that they even wanted. They did it because somebody pretty much was telling them if they didn't do it like they were going to be poor. They just went and did it. And it's not even like what a lot of them even wanted. Now, there are some women that have a gift. There are some men that have a gift that they don't have to have nobody. They're fine with being the aunt, which is cool. That's the gift. I know people right now, I got family members that are married. They have no children at all. And they're fine with that. That's if you have that gift. But like I told you, these relatives I'm talking about, they're married though. So they have somebody and they don't have kids. But the point is they have somebody. Somebody. And I don't care what some of y'all say, a dog and a cat is not going to cut it. Dogs and cats are not going to cut it, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, because if it did, and I'm not going religious on y'all, but there is a really, really good book called the Bible. They got some really good principles in it. If a dog and a cat would cut it, why didn't it cut it for Adam? Huh? If men, women, if a dog or a cat can fulfill the place of a human being, then why did it not cut it for Adam? Ty, what the heck are you talking about? Adam lived amongst all those animals, and that still was not fulfilling. I mean, he lived amongst all these animals now, and that didn't fulfill him. God knew it. That's why he said it is good for man not to be alone. What you mean alone? He had the dang on lions and the tigers and the rhinoceros and the giraffes and the rats and the mice and the dogs and the cats and the wolves. And he had all these animals around him. But then God still said he's alone. So what I'm saying therefore is this. that book that got some really good principles in it. He even felt that even having all those animals that you were alone. If he created you and he know you and know what your needs are, and then he felt that Adam needed a helpmeet, he created a woman to be with Adam. He created a woman to be with Adam. Journey Trials and Joys, $1.99 super chat. Appreciate that. God bless. She says, like the days of Noah, so shall the in the end. I think I know what you're trying to say. As the day of Noah were, so shall it be in the end. I got you. So that's what I'm saying. Is that, ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to believe the Bible or not, if you really researched and looked at all the different things that are going into play right now, that's been in play for a while, they actually are the everything that's opposite of the Bible. I know, I mean, y'all know it's a huge thing going around right now for people to be in pretty much polygamy. It's a thing right now to women are accepting to be with men that got multiple women. It's like a thing. You know, it's a thing now to where you can share the man. But is that right? I don't care what you say, because if it was, there wouldn't be the feelings of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? If it was, it wouldn't be the feeling of jealousy when it comes to things like that. So again, those ladies that were on that panel and they started crying, it really just made you feel bad for them, because like I said, some of them ladies were in their late 40s and they were saying things like, even if I had a child right now, by the time my child is 15 years old, I'm going to be 60. I'm going to be an old woman while my child is still a young man. I probably want to, these are things that roll through their head. And at the same time, there's something else that goes on with you ladies. Y'all already know, because my wife is starting to experience it, and woohoo! Y'all know what happened when, like, not everybody, but you ladies all know what happened when you guys start to go into your 40s. Y'all know what I'm talking about? When y'all start heating up. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You guys start heating up. Y'all start roasting. You go through something possibly called premenopause, or you go through pretty much menopause. So now these same ladies who want to have a child, their body their body biologically is saying, hey, sis, hold on. Now I do know there are some cases, ladies and gentlemen. There are some cases. I got you. I got y'all. There are some cases where you still can't get pregnant. You definitely still can't get. It's almost a 50-50. But the point is, why was it designed for your body to start shutting down around that age? Y'all feel me? It's nature. And what do Ty Smith say all the time on his channel? Nature does not lie. Nature does not lie. Nature started making men produce sperm between the ages of 11 and like 12ish, no, 11 and 13. 11 to 13, men start to go through that sexual development to produce sperm. Women, look what happened to you guys when y'all first got y'all period. I had my sister, my little sister, she hit it at 10 years old. Nature does not lie. Nature said you are capable of getting pregnant when you have your period. Nature tells men you are capable of getting someone pregnant when you go through puberty. But then nature turns around now, and this is interesting. Nature turns around on you women and say, when you get into your 40s, there's going to be a mechanism that you have no control over, because it naturally happens. It starts to take you through menopause to where you will no longer be able to bear children. But interestingly enough, men go on until the day they die producing sperm. Now, is that like, I know y'all gonna be like, dude, wait a minute. Is that like a fail safe? I don't know. That's something you have to ask the Lord, to where, if you just imagine a man is 40 years old. He wants to have children. His wife, something happens to her, she passes away. That man will still be able to reproduce with other women. younger women. But a woman that goes through menopause, if her husband dies and she gets with a man and his man might want children, there's nothing that you can do about that once your body shut that off. What am I saying that for? These are some of the things that when I was talking on this panel that these ladies did not think about, and I told them because they wanted y'all to focus on one thing. That's why they drilled y'all so much. They just kept on making y'all focus on getting a career. I mean, they focus you on you don't need a man, you're independent, you can hold your own self down, you're gonna go to college, you're gonna get the degree, you're gonna get that career path, you're gonna be the CEO, you're gonna be the vice president, you're gonna be the director, you're gonna be doing all these things. And then when you do obtain those positions are gonna have your focus so much that you're gonna forget about all these different things that you could have had. And that's what they flat out told me. I just was so caught up in. I just kept hearing them say, I was just so caught up. I was just so caught up. I was just so caught up. Anthony Windley said, not all men can produce sperm at their later age. I know not all of them, but majority of men do. Is medically proven. Men die in their men can die at 100 years old and still produce sperm. Plain and simple. That's just a fact. Like right now, you can just say, oh, not all men even have sperm. That's not like that you have a little bit of an argument, but statistically, I get it if you was to say, oh, it's a 50-50, but it's not. Men overwhelmingly still produce sperm at a late age. They still continuously do it. Some men got a low sperm count. I get that. But a lot of men go on to the day that they die, produce a sperm. There's all kind of stories out there about these 80-year-old men getting some women pregnant and stuff. So anyway, Journey Trial said, already are falling away, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God because of sin, and yet they will not do it God's way. Our time here is short. Journey Trial says, time waits for no man. Most young don't get that. Nope. Yep. So anyway, folks, this is what I'm saying. The reason I'm saying that is because at the stage that we're in right now, men are like, they're men. I'm ladies, I'm serious. If you are a young woman in here right now, which I know most of y'all are not, if you are a young woman in here, you might be in your 20s. Heck, you might even be in your early 30s. You still got a shot. You have a shot. What do you dream of? What do you want out of a man? When I got with my wife, not when I just got with my wife, but when my wife and I were courting, I was telling my wife, I didn't tell my wife how I want her to be per se. I was telling my wife what type of person I am and what I'm going to be and what I was going to do as far as family. But I told her that I said, look, as far as she's like, because she would ask, she's like, what do you think about me working? I was like, oh, I have no problem with you working now. She was like, what? I said, but if we do decide to have children, I will want you to stay at home with the children. I don't care if I have to work 2 jobs. I'm going to do that because I'd rather have you home with the children. Now, in the process of my wife and I courting, if my wife was to say to me, well, you know what, that's not me. Like I know that I'm not going to do that. I know that if I was to marry you, if we had children, I would definitely want to keep working to put them in the daycare. Ty Smith would have said, okay, well, hey, I enjoyed the courtship and everything like that, but it was really nice meeting you. You were a really sweet girl. I really liked you, and I just don't think that our paths are supposed to meet right now. So, but it was really nice meeting you. You're a beautiful woman, and I hope you find happiness and all that in the man that might want to take you up on that. But right now, I'm not that guy. That's how I did things. If they did not want to line up now, so what you saying, Ty? They got to line up to you? No. We didn't line up. It's not that she didn't line up with me. It's the fact that both of us didn't line up. You see, people are missing that. So you wanted her to conform over to what you wanted to do. No. That's just like I could turn around and say she wanted me to conform over to what she wanted me to do. No, it's a mutual thing. But my wife, she said, oh, well, okay. She said, I was just wondering. She said, because my sister, she put the kids in a daycare and she works and da 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 da. I said, well, how are the kids? And she was like, oh, well, they are kind of exactly. And I just let her know, no, it's proven that kids that stay at home with their mother, they do a lot better than kids that get dropped off at a daycare. Your kids are not around strangers. Your kid had a less chance of being hit molested, I'm just being honest, touched on, mistreated, feelings hurt, developing attitudes, bad behavior, because your child is with somebody for 8 hours. That's a significant amount of time for your child to be with somebody at that developing age. So we talk these things out. Now, what's really interesting is these ladies that was on this panel, guess what they were all saying? Well, if I would have had somebody like you that came across me at that young age, you would have been able to convince me to see. That's what I'm saying. But y'all were so honed in and being those career women, you wouldn't have came across nobody like me. I said, so you can say that in theory, but in actuality, no, because there probably were men that came across y'all path that y'all just completely passed over. Y'all looked over because y'all were so driven in being those career women. So you can't say that. Well, there was a few men that, you know, there was a few men that I tried to, and they wanted to be with me, and I did turn them down. It probably was a missed thing. The women in my family worked outside the home. My mother, grandmothers, aunts, cousins, some were single mothers. I was never put into daycare or had a lot of babysitters. Cool. So these women missed out on possibly getting a man and have a fulfilling life. Now, two of those ladies, two of those ladies, they really did like the guy, but they had I'm not gonna say what Greek organization it was, but they had their sorority sisters. You don't have time for no man. You need to get this first. You need to get that first. Girl, you just graduated. Why are you gonna sit there and mess up your degree? You need to go and get this first. Get this, get that, get this. And guess what? She did what they told her to do. She's same way. And a lot of these women are in Atlanta. I'm just telling y'all, these ladies in Atlanta. She rocking the Benz. She got the high heel shoes with the red bottoms. She got all of that. But you know what she did? She said that man that she had an interest in and they hit it off really good. She said she looked up and she was just heartstruck because she said she saw that man with a beautiful family. She said he had 3 beautiful children. His wife was beautiful. They were doing really well. And she looked at that and just said, what the freaking heck did I do? Like the guy in Jurassic Park said, you were so focused on the fact that you could, you never stopped and thought if you should. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the phrase of the evening for modern women. You're so focused on the fact that you could, you never stopped and thought if you should. And what am I talking about? Starting a relationship with the man, a good man. You can do it. You can go, you can be the working woman. You can be all those things with it, but you are not going to be able to do that with the mindset that they're trying to make you have right now. You will not be able to do that because the thing is, nature does not lie. If nature does not lie, why are you trying to falsify nature? Ty, what the heck are you talking about, dude? What I'm talking about is you ladies are being pushed to be in masculine positions when you don't even naturally gravitate that way. You don't naturally gravitate. You are not natural leaders. Let's be real. Not when it comes to leading the home and stuff. And even in a lot of places out there in the world, you're not natural leaders. Now, do some women got leadership skills and abilities? Absolutely. But overall, no. That's why they're pushing y'all into those positions, because they know that you were not physiologically meant to handle those positions. Because if you were, why are you having a physiological response in your body to doing something called work? Men don't. Men don't. Man, we work all these jobs. We don't end up having like, oh man, my balls got a cyst on it. Oh man, bro, hey, I got some things going on with my bladder, man, because of the stress at work. Oh, what's hey, buddy, what's going on with you? Oh man, got this kidney cyst, man. They said I'm working too much. What men end up having is some legit physical things happen to them depending on the job they work. You know what I'm saying? Decompressed spines and spinal compressions and broken legs, broken arm, cut half their finger off with these certain jobs that they do. But as far as physiologically inside, men don't end up having these things where they say, you know what? These things are going on inside of me right now, man, because it's too much stressing. They're pushing you into those positions for a specific reason because, again, like guys, I keep on telling you, the foundation of the whole thing is to destroy you. They know statistically, and I'm just telling you as a medical professional seeing in the hospital, they will not tell you that you ladies have the most women we come in there to have like those ovarian cysts, to have like polyps, they have like all this inflammation in the gut area and things like that. These women are career women. I'm just telling y'all. I'm telling you, this is what we're seeing in there. Y'all remember earlier, which now the freaking funk has hit the fan. Mama Don, a lot of y'all in here right now. Do y'all remember years ago when I was talking about that C word before it became a 19? It was just called the C word and it ends with a Rona. Y'all remember when I did videos left and right, like, guys, don't worry about it. Remember I was telling you guys all about that? But guess what? Guess what I was looked at as? Oh man, you just that's just a bunch of nonsense, man. You just spreading blah 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 blah. That's just a bunch of lying. You know, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm up here like, guys, these are the basic building blocks of virology and microbiology and cytology. I'm telling you right now, this is what it is, and this is what it's gonna have. Oh, here we are 2.5 years down the road. All of a sudden, oh Ty, you know what? You're right. But I'll digress from that. All I'm saying is this. If it was meant for you guys to be in those positions and do those things, why are you having an adverse effect to those things? Women in the military, women that are women in the military, women that are doing things like firemen, policemen, these women physiologically change on the inside, but they are not going to tell you ladies that. Bob with the super chat right there. Appreciate you listening in on this, bro, with the $19.99. Bob, really, really appreciate that, sir. He said, modern, you lift as you climb. Right. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying, man. Say glad to see you back. Appreciate that, Anna. So no, that's what I'm saying is that you ladies, they're setting y'all up to fail. And this is the things like right now, I can guarantee you or your money back. When this video ends, I guarantee you this video is going to be demonetized. I have not cussed. I have not said nothing out of the ordinary. All I know is that when you spread the truth and you speaking the truth, they do not like that. Ladies, they are setting you guys up to fail. I'm telling you, look what's going on right now with y'all sports and stuff right now. Y'all are not even women. Y'all are not even winning women of the year no more. You're losing to men. Y'all not even winning y'all sports events anymore. You're losing to men. But then you would turn around and complain, men get equal this. We don't get much as paid. Y'all, but you need to just be quiet and shut up because you're not even winning your own competitions. You're not even winning. You got oh my God. You got men getting into y'all beauty contests, just tearing y'all up. They getting into y'all patches and everything. Men getting into y'all patches and just tearing y'all up. Y'all looking at their body like, how is he like that? Men just tearing y'all up. So here you are crying about wanting equality when all along y'all have pushed in the era of men making y'all that much more unequal. Mama Carol said, if they pull this down, it's just because they're picking on you. Lots of others are saying the same thing using different words. Oh, I know. 100%. Anna M, appreciate the super chat there. God bless you for that, Anna. Really, really appreciate that. So all I'm saying is this. If you do not wish to have a family and you really do want to be that woman that goes into a career and make that money, if you want to be like the balling auntie, okay, that's your thing. But what I'm talking about in particular are these modern women who, once they settle down in their careers and they're comfortable and they got some change in their pocket and they want to start a family, these are the women that I'm talking to. So y'all can disagree with what I said just in general about that. But again, I'm talking about these particular women. Now, let me read this comment right here because Adrian Johnson said, I can't agree with you on that, Ty. I don't know what specifically what you're talking about that you can't agree with me on. So I really can't respond to that. Fernandez says, hey, look at Kay Jenner. She won Woman of the Year her first year as trans. We good at everything. Anthony Windley said transgenders are entering women's sports. Alexandria says they hate seeing black men with the mind of their own. Oh, that's 100%. That's 100%. So anyway, folks, that's pretty much the gist of it. Some of those people that were on that panel, men as well, it's amazing because now they're calling me and they're not by phone, but they're getting a hold of me through YouTube. They're getting a hold of me through Instagram and other means through email. And see, Adrian Johnson, you said I disagree with you that women are not natural leaders. See, Adrian Johnson, I didn't say women, all women. Did you catch that part? I said collectively or generally, women are not. I said now, I clearly said, which you can go back and rewind the video if you want to. I said now, there are some women out there that got leadership qualities and everything. I did say that. I said, but overall, no, they don't. Women are not. Women were not meant to be in those roles like that. Now, don't mistake what I'm saying. Not meant to be and not capable are two different things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, oh no, that's gonna be that's gonna be a terrible analogy. Okay. Uh in this really good book, it says you should not lay down with animals as you would a woman. And it said neither should a woman lay down with animals as she would a man. Now let me ask you this. Are men capable of laying down with female animals? Are women capable of laying down with male animals? Answer that. And then after you answer that, let me ask you, were they meant to lay down with animals? Were men meant to lay down with female animals? Were women meant to lay down with male animals? But you're capable though, aren't you? You're capable, aren't you? But were you meant to? All right. So, Adrian Johnson, you also said, I also disagreed what you said about women in the military, police. You can disagree with that, Miss Adrienne, but guess what? We had to lower our standards just so y'all can get in. We had a standard for your average Joe man, okay? We had a standard for average Joes who were men that they had to do, that we had a bar set that they had to leap over in order to get into these positions. We had to lower that just so y'all can get in. Now, capable? Yeah, we lowered the bar. But meant to? No. You want me to tell you why? Adrian Johnson, don't take my word for it. But I get these statistics. I deal with the matter of fact, in Florida, all I had was military patients. Tyndall Air Force Base, and we had a naval base in Panama City. Those women, for the life of them, could not figure out why all of these ladies that were in the military all had cysts on their ovaries, why they were developing all this crazy gastritis and gastroenteritis, and they kept having diverticulitis. They kept having all these feminine issues. They were having all these feminine issues. They were eating like the men were. They were waking up like the men were, right? The only thing that they were doing different that seemed that we all were able to narrow down is the physical effects that doing those physical strains on the body did to them versus the men. You can say that, y'all can, I don't care who you are. I'm talking about from a medical standpoint. I've seen this stuff for myself. But when it all comes down to it, when you keep on doing things like that, nature will not lie to you, sis. Nature does not lie. There were no men who were coming back saying, hey, man, I got some cyst on my balls. Hey man, I got this inflammation on my vas deferens. But women, y'all were having narrowing of the fallopian tubes. You was having cysts on your ovaries, and then y'all periods were getting off. You see what I'm saying? And they couldn't attribute it to nothing else. So all these women in the military were getting the same exact things. And we're gonna say, oh no, that's not it. I mean, that's a coinky dink, Ty. That's a coinky dink, man. Like, I don't believe that. You cannot believe it all you want to. But like I said, if you ate like the men, if you slept like the men, you did drills like the man, but you can't figure out why all the women are getting these ovarian cysts and having a narrowing of fallopian tubes and inflammation of fallopian tubes, and their menstrual cycles were completely getting off and they were missing. I didn't have a menstrual cycle in a whole month. I didn't have a menstrual cycle in 2 months. I bled one day, then I was off for 5 days, and it came back again. And you can't attribute, and these are women that are in the military, and you can't attribute it to nothing else. Well, their diet, Ty, nah. So, anyway, folks, when it all comes down to it, again, nature does not lie. There were some people that some of you might be in here. Y'all didn't believe me about the C word. I was giving y'all the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s and the building blocks of that C word. I told you what type of protein it was and how it was a spike protein. I was letting you know that it had 29 spike protein. I'm not about to get into it. Just know that I told you what was going to happen. And here we are. So, folks, with that being said, I really, really, really appreciate you guys all being in here. I had to go live just to let you guys know that I was here because some of you guys wanted me to go live. Ty, go live, please, 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 please. Said, but women can do anything. You said women can? You said women can do anything a man can? A 360 windmill, a reverse slam dunk, a alley hoop, a bounce the ball, go through the legs and dunk it. Stop. Dunk on a man. Stop, Journey. Women can't do anything men can do. Don't fall for that. That's what got these women that was on this panel messed up right now. You can't do everything a man can do. Neither can a man do everything a woman can do. Anyway, folks, I mean, your imagination, man and women are not different. I don't know what you mean by that, Journey. Anyway. Oh, I got you, Journey. Okay, you said you were just playing. Okay, I got you. Oh, you're messing with Adrienne. I got you. I see what you're saying. Again, folks, I really appreciate you guys all being here. I'm getting ready to go put some food in my stomach. Y'all know I eat once a day. Oh, y'all think I'm crazy? I don't miss out on my protein at all. Okay, but what I am telling you, I don't care who you are. This is just me. This is just Ty. There is nothing better than like doing a really nice hard workout, having a shower, and then I eat this big, huge meal. Y'all know how it feels when you eat a big, huge meal and then all of a sudden you get tired and go to sleep. I'm telling you, I love it. So I'm getting ready to go smash me some food, let it hit me like a sack of bricks, and I'm going to have some of the best, lovely sleep, even though I can't sleep no more than 5 hours. RD Chico said, will there be a panel tomorrow? I'm counting on it, sir. I'm thinking about doing it right now. There's this new thing that's going around right now. As you guys see, I'm posting a lot of shorts. So YouTube been having some of their people get with me and all this, saying, hey, post more shorts. You're funny. You're intelligent. They said post more shorts and that'll do something for your channel. I don't know. I'm just doing what they're telling me to do right now. So that's why you guys probably seen a lot more shorts on YouTube. But YouTube is just saying that Instagram was making a lot of money off those reels. TikTok making money off the reels. So I think YouTube just kind of jumping on that. So on election Tuesday, I don't know yet, Artie. But that'll be interesting. I might do something like that, Artie. I might do something like that though. So anyway, again, guys, I appreciate y'all all in here listening, and I appreciate y'all support. I appreciate y'all prayers for hoping that this channel would get back up and all that good stuff. And we just gonna keep this thing rolling. I'm gonna try to do my best to be on my best behavior. I got one strike, y'all. That's all I got right now. When that strike goes away, I will be free. Dear God, make me a YouTube bud so I can fly far away, far. Well, no, let me stop. Anyway, folks, again, appreciate the prayers. I'm done repeating myself. I'm about to get out of here, folks. Love you all. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.